6-7.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of 6-7, we're jumping into our second game here. Falcon going up against Aurora Gaming, where Aurora won very devastatingly in game number 1. With this Collide and Eve again, can they do it again? I think they can. Let's jump into the line of dawn.
Let's go. Here it is, folks. Landed on for our decider match. Will it be an equalizer or will it be a 2-0 sweep for Aurora Gaming to be the third team in the M7 World Championship to make it to the knockout stage? Siggy Boom on Claude. This time there is a change. Sanji will be on an Arlet.
I think also with Cuffin picking up the Kimmy, like this is probably one of his better performing heroes that we've seen him on throughout the Swiss stage, so he's gonna have that. And there's also just a good amount of, I would say, crowd control on both sides. But Team Falcons, I think the hardest part for them is allowing Sano to scale up on this carry to get to that point. Because you already know, especially with Pagu playing the way he is on this show and how aggressive Aurora Gaming is, I mean, they're going to want to go ahead and start strong, even looking at the emblems here on how this is going, even that spatial migration for TNT.
Yeah, so just like Han, TNT will go for the Temporal Rain on the Guinevere here. Yeah, I like the fact that Boyet went for Concussive Blast, knowing that TNT is going to utilize this movement of his to clear out the jungle much faster. That's always a weakness for Fredrin. Great bargain hunter pick up there, and again for the gold laners, I'm a fan of the no Master Assassin, but double Festival of Blood.
Yeah, I want to see if Lunar can stop Sanji from moving around the map, because Teresa has a pretty good laning phase against the Arlet, and I feel like against the Arlet you win not by getting kills, but just stop him from moving around.
Wait, look at this though. Boyet level 4 first. TNT took a very odd path. After counter jungling, he went straight to green camp before he went to the orange buff, so it actually gives Boyet a chance to take some of the other green camps, and in the end, that invade early doesn't really pay off for TNT at all.
Yeah, this is just basically showing us how confident Boyet is when he gets one of the utility heroes here, whether it's Fredrin or the Baksha. They're going to go spatial migration into the setup already as Sanji falls. Turtle's still going to be up though. Rosa setting up the RWM, and they're going to jump in. Penalty zone as well. Boyet goes and cleans up the Turtle. He secures it, but at the cost of Troll's life. So 2 kills is the trade for the Turtle here, favoring Aurora Gaming.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, exactly. I feel like this is so good for Aurora because getting those kills, you kind of don't care if all the other objectives going over to Team Falcons because the people that you killed, Sanji as well as Troll, you're taking care of the front line, which makes and now he's not shining.
No, not. I mean, he's not even getting through the lane right now. 0-2 and 0. The Terizla is dominating in the lane, and every time he rotates, he gets caught by the Guinevere, who now has a 3-buff start here.
Good wall tech charge too. Nice rampart. That's at least something for Team Falcons. Oh, that final slash is not the one. Utilizing the flicker too from Sanji. That is tough. Here's TNZ though. Spatial migration with the Requiem just to do some damage. And RW drop 2. They're looking for they re-engage. They'll get it. Sanji falls for the 3rd time. And they even get a flicker out from Cuffin. Team Falcons they're just shook, man.
It's deja vu from the previous game, man. Right as they were losing out in the early game, they just spent all their resources on Pagu, and they do it again here. Pagu's like, dude, I'm not on a hill, but I enjoy it just as much. The rest of my team gets so much value when you don't have those tech charges, those big ultimates, and the fact that Sanji used the final slash.
Lunar jumped in with penalty zone. He's going to be cut off from the team, though, so he does defensively flicker out. There's a final slash, bringing Lunar back into the energy eruption as he falls. Another pickup. There's the kick, though. TNZ joined the fight, has enough damage. Sanji falls once again. Turtle is up for the taking. Team Falcons has control, and they will be able to go ahead and secure it, but man, they're losing the battles here.
Yeah, I feel like Team Falcons are a bit shook up. They gotta calm down. They gotta
reinforce fights, and that's really been the story for Aurora Gaming, you know. When they do get leads in the best of ones, this is usually what happens. They have leeways where enemy teams can actually exploit it and come back in the game. So for Aurora, it's all about closing the game now. It's all about building the lead first.
They gotta have the mindset of, what's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
We're not gonna get punished.
Yeah, but they have been punished.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, Sanji again. It's gonna be the 5th death. He's just zoned in on still. The finesse though to stay alive, still holding on to the flicker as well. Good. I mean, that's what he needed. Sanji cannot continue to go down here.
Yeah, it's a good thing that he calmed down. It's like, I can outplay this. I just need Zen. And he got Zen.
He took the 4-second breath you mentioned.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and again, Aurora need to chill, dude, because they are really forgetting about how they built the lead early. The lead early was through, again, counter jungling for TNZ, taking away the purple buffs, but also securing your own buff, right? There, purple buff take into a gank up top, when again, you have a 1.5k gold lead. You're not in a position where you need to be making these plays. All you need to do next is build on the initial objective. That gave so much tempo back to Team Falcons.
Blood at this point, even so, it's so painful, man.
Yeah, Sticky Boom, this is what he got to do last game. This game, pretty much the same thing, just going to farm up. Rest of the team is causing enough ruckus around the map. So this last Turtle game is up. Oh, there's Pagu going in with a kick into the RWM. Good tech charge, but Sanji has to get away as well. The Brazos Wrath is able to go ahead and pop off, but now Lunar in trouble. Sanji gets a big final slash from the back, but Lunar still survives because of the passive of the Terizla, that body of Smith. The fight for the third Turtle, still going Troll. Deal with the run of damage, they're gonna go for this secure. Boyet's still in range, but TNZ will get the retribution off.
It's a good thing that Rosa is already out of mana, because if not, Troll would have got taken down. I gotta say, Team Falcons, they lost.
Oh, hold on! Whoa, TNT! Why did he try to recall their troll? Now TNT going for more! Sao has the spinning wheel, but oh, TNT! Tried to cap it out, but just gets punished on the turret, but Lunar and Rosa will pick up a kill in the mid lane, and now Lunar trying to run. Pagu trying to help him out here just to disengage after getting the tier 1 in the mid.
So this
But
is what...
TNT was off with the spatial migration. Couldn't get it, so the combo didn't lock them down. Still, they won the fight, though. So it shows you how good the composition is at taking fights, even when you don't get the combos. So for Aurora, I really think take less of those risks. Just play towards the team fights where you know you have a significant advantage over Team Falcons with a 1-5 Sanji on Arctic.
Yeah, honestly, you don't have to force out because Rosa on this Eve, again, one of the more winningest heroes here in the M7 World Championship. Just make sure Rosa doesn't die, and Rosa keeps on free hitting, and you're good.
Oh, nope. Again, comboed to death. Sigiboom in position when he didn't have the flicker. Very rough decision to deal with. And now without Sigiboom, this should just be easy control for Team Falcons around the Lord, but Pagu trying to get a position as well. And they're holding it together. TNC trying to find his own entry point here. Sanji won't be able to land that final slash, and the Lord is secured by Boyet. The fight's still breaking out. Lunar trying to get away, and now Pagu will be the sacrifice here. So with that, Team Falcons gets them back in control of this game.
Mirko, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Can you help me out?
I have no idea as well, dude. Again, Aurora are just... They are...
It's like they were drinking.
TNC. Oh no, he's gonna get caught too. He is not where he wants to be. Probably the winner crown, but at what cost and for what? As he falls in the mid lane.
Yeah, but why is a good question indeed. Falcons has the lead now. If they win this after the start that they have, that's amazing.
It's a big tilter for Aurora for sure, and it's going to be a big momentum boost and confidence boost for Falcons.
Pagu trying to get away again. They're going to lock him down. A final slash too. Pagu can't get away from that one just yet. Sanji finally falls, and Pagu survived. The rest of the team still able to help him out as Boyet went down too. Man, Aurora Gaming, just on both sides, questionable things are happening here.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Team Falcons look pretty good if they can take out Sigiboom first, and that one Sigiboom was free, does a lot of damage. Same as Rosa, so yeah, I feel like for Team Falcons, you kind of just have to take fights where you take out either one. I feel like even if they take out Rosa, I think it's going to be enough.
Yep. I think, again, if we look back at it... Oh, wait a second. Charge.
That charge going to be used, but it's on Lunar. Pagu doing the fight as well. They're already quite low. Rosa just unleashing on the back. He takes out Troll. So with 1 kill now, Aurora Gaming will go ahead and look to take some damage. Why, you know, again, the highlight here is their team composition around these objectives. As long as they don't lose one of their members right before these fights, they have that upper hand. So this Lord is up. They'll try to get a position. TNZ kind of scouting things out, sees that purple buff is over there still, but it's all about positioning here as Lord is at half health. And Troll will lead the charge. They'll go for a reset though. Yep,
slow push up top. No reason for Aurora to take it. Now this is what you were talking about. Take it slow, play with your advantages. Don't go too crazy. TNZ also holding this position is great.
Oh, TNZ wants to go for that back line if he can, especially with Cuff and Pagu. Jump in a little bit just to check things out. TNZ will hold that positioning though, so not the window he's looking for.
Yeah. It's really on Troll for this one. I would say Sanji as well. If they're able to get Rosa or Sigiboom, that's going to be good. But the fact that TNZ is at his position does make it pretty awkward, because even if they have a good engage...
There's the kick. That's the engage, and it's on Cuffin. Cuffin trying to get away, but he can't. They're locked down, and Sano trying to get here for the fight. The Appraiser's Wrath are going to be used as well, but Boyet is gone, and now Aurora Gaming running it down the tier 2. TNC jumps in again, but Sano is able to unleash with the spin wheel to keep them at bay, and Troll tries to get away, but the Void Crystal 2 burns him slightly, but Troll will survive. So 2 kills off of it, but now Aurora Gaming can take the Lord.
Falcons just doesn't have range here. Yep. That's the biggest problem. You just don't have range, and that's the problem when you have a carry on your team.
That's why we were talking about the carry. We were talking about the Kimmy pick as well. We were thinking of the far sub maybe being an option, because at least you would have range there against the Eve, but it would have been bad either way. Rosa
just...
Well, I guess that doesn't matter then.
There's so many positioning questions here, but are they actually going to force a fight a little bit further here? Not sure if they really want to jump in under these turrets. Again, it just looks like they're going to take their time with it. Pagu jumping forward, but a Rampart will keep them at bay, and there's not going to be much else that Aurora Gaming can get after that Lord take.
I feel like that's the biggest worry, because in a game that we've seen a few trolls, this is the point where a big troll could happen. The more you think they shouldn't, the more they're like, they're going to think we're not going to come in, so then we do it, because they won't be prepared for it, but then they were.
Yeah. So,
just don't throw.
Just don't throw is a simple answer, but also now it gets a lot more dicier than that, because Team Falcons have actually scaled up, right? Earlier, we would have been able to call every single mistake from Aurora, a throw, a choke, but now it could actually just be a Team Falcons maneuver to actually come back, because one bad or one good proactive move, one guy's going to be shut it down for sure. The single target damage that they have from Falcons can't be ignored anymore. TNZ might not even be able to complete Winter Crown before he actually dies, because it's quick. Sano fully stacked up on the VHS and the Golden Staff, Corrosion side, plus the ult. People are going to go down in an instant, dude.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, even with this, either Can really go either way, you know, for that next Lord. I don't think they're gonna. I feel like both teams have kind of simmered down a bit after how hectic the early and mid game was here. And yeah, there has to be some catch up a little bit, you know, across some of the lanes, but more so, it's more about that execution. A big part of this is that combination we've seen, just like the previous Lord take, where it was that kick from Pago with the Guinevere to set things up. And if that's missed, you still have a couple options that you can play with, but it's going to be kind of tough for Aurora Gaming.
I'm really not a fan of the win in nature. They should have put Coffin onto like a...
Or do the SRG and just skank Sano over and over again.
I guess that works too.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the first game of the day. Falcon against Aurora Gaming. This is the match.
I think Wintercrown is the best option to go for Siggy Boom over the Wind of Nature.
Let's see what happens here. Lord's going to be for the fight. RWM already dropped down. They come down to the Retribution, and TNC will get it. But now Team Falcons on the run, but a big final slash. There's Siggy Boom coming through. Can he survive? He goes back with BMI, and they go in further. Pagu falls. Just no one falling from Team Falcons until now. Cuffin already gets a double. Now Siggy Boom in trouble, trying to disengage, but Cuffin gets a triple. He's going for the Maniac. He's going to run down TNC, but stopped in his tracks. And all that, Team Falcons only lost Boyet.
And honestly, Team Falcons played that perfectly, and Aurora, they played that unnecessarily.
They got the Lord. There was no reason to go and pull it forward, and now they might actually lose this game because of it. 8 seconds on Lunar.
Team Falcons, they see the win in sight. They see game 3 ahead of them. They're going to work on the base. DNZ doing what he can, but it's just not enough. What a blunder from Aurora Gaming as Team Falcons takes game 2.
I got to say, we called out a lot of the plays, but even we're surprised. Because we're like, this is the biggest time for you to make a mistake. And then it happened. But hey, you know what? Shout out to Sano. He made that carry look pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so speechless again. Just the... Ooh, I wish I was streaming instead of casting.
Yeah.
I just wish I was streaming.
That is...
Remember the video that they were like, even in wins, they were arguing, well, in this one,
yeah.
I feel like everyone should have a lot to say, because especially when you consider there was no big reason for you to change the draft. And Gwyn, mind you, still has a 0% win rate from day 1 of wildcards. So us almost finishing Swiss stage up until now, there's 0 Guinevere wins.
Yeah, it's...
And this is the most tilting one because it's not the Guinevere's fault. It's
Yeah.
them making it so much more difficult than it should be.
Exactly.
That's why I was saying, leading up to that fight, you know, it's going to be difficult for Aurora to pull off if they don't get that setup that they were looking for around the objective. And Team Falcons did an amazing job. There was a couple item swaps towards the end of that last fight too that really played a part of that, because then he wouldn't have been so low. When he decided also to go back into that fight, it's just a lot of whys.
Yeah, a lot of whys, but we got to look at the MVP by Realme here. 6-0-4, Sano, again, playing an amazing game. Much different when he's not facing a Hardy, because I think there's potential.
That one
round he could have won, yeah.
That one change of item, that would have been a very different team fight, at least towards the end of it, you know, and it's just unfortunate because it's those little things that have huge impact.